Alright guys, let's do this quick and dirty. I've started cooking something in the oven. It's gonna be ready in 8 minutes, so let's do this. This is the Kershaw Emerson knife design CQC-4KXL. Alright, this is an HCR 14 MOV steel blade, and get this, it has a handle too. The blade is, by the way, the whole knife actually is made in yes, China. So if you don't like that, go away right now. This is a fantastic knife. I was very excited about the Emerson designed Kershaw line ever since it, what was announced. But then they did what Kershaw always does. They make miniature versions of knives that could potentially be really great knives. But with 2.9 inch blades, those are toys. They don't fit my hand well, and I don't want to, make any compromises when it comes to grip. Just facing that. So I suck it up when I have a long, fat knife in my pocket, pun intended, and I just get used to it, and that's what's most comfortable for my hand. Very, very interesting knife, this Kershaw. One of the few Kershaws I bought in recent times, actually. They didn't come out with too much that was interesting me too much. So I have extra large sized glove hands, and this is how it looks in my closed fist. Plenty to grab onto. Let's focus my camera again. Alright, you can open it manually, of course. It has a thumb disc, and of course it has the wave opener, patented by Emerson. This is a fantastic knife, works really well, engineered to, I don't want to say perfection, but to a solid standard, and just a very, very good tool. You can open it one-handed with a thumb disc, and that's how it looks like. This is the speed, if you didn't see that. This is how it flies open. Sounds good. The liner lock, actually the frame lock, I apologize. Maybe I misspoke earlier too. This is a frame lock, of course. The engage is about 85% by my eye measurement. Doesn't really matter. It engages almost fully. That's it. You can see the typical flaws with, let's say, mid-class or maybe entry class folding knives. You can see that the edges are not polished, or just sanded off. You can see it's dirty in those grooves here and this jimping. That's just, stuff they don't pay attention to because they sell their knives for a very reasonable price. You can see here in the back where the liner engages, this dirty part here. And you can see where the stop pin engages. I haven't cleaned this since I got it. I have used and carried it for about 3.5 to 4 weeks maybe. Let's not split hairs. And it carries exceptionally well. It slips in and out of the pocket like a dream because it's stonewashed stainless steel on a stainless steel spring clip. You have probably a G10 or some other kind of polymer solid backspacer. Absolutely nothing special design-wise about that. You have, of course, the thicker frame side, and you have a thin stainless steel liner side with a thicker piece of G10. The G10 has maybe low to medium, or let's say medium minus traction, but it just feels comfortable. It has only one hot spot, and that is when you play with it. That is the tip of this pocket clip, but I could also say that this is a hot spot. So I'm not just gonna say too much about that. One design feature that I didn't like too much, or still don't like too much, is that this side isn't blended like this one, black on black. It would have been great if there was a stone washed clip on there, and maybe the black thumb disc is a good choice. Haven't really decided about it, doesn't really matter anyway. I don't use a lanyard with this knife because I have plenty to grab on. You can see it rides about 1.5 fingers deep in the above the pocket, and that's fine by me. You have plenty to grab on, not too little, so you will slip. This is a fast knife out of pocket. Okay, it's designed that way. It should be grabbable. Nothing deep carry, you know, like a U-clip here that rides even deeper. That's bullshit. Just throw it in your pocket then. This is probably even a fighting design. Has a wonderful spear point blade. Let's talk about the blade so much. A little bit more. The wonderful thing about this is that it is super pretty, and I'm so glad Kershaw's prettiest Emerson design knife is the one that's the biggest and the one that, you know, speaks to me the most. It has some wonderful horizontal lines here, you know, horizontal grind lines, and on the flats, and the double hollow grind is stone washed. Yes, I wish it wasn't double hollow, at least double V grind, maybe even Scandi. Scandi would be fucking awesome on a knife like this. You could do that probably. The angle would be really steep though for a Scandi knife, so you would have some edge rolling problems if you don't put a micro bevel on there. And then there's a whole skill set level. So my food's gonna be done in 2 minutes. Let's speed it up. The hardware is another exceptionally nice touch. You have just a flathead screw for the pivot and some Phillips that are here holding the back spacer and the end of the frame. That is this one probably. The screws don't stick out on the other side. They are blackened, and the gap between you know, the cutting line here for the frame lock is very wide. That's a popular thing in the industry nowadays. I hate it. I hate to see the blade through this crack here. I would rather have it tight. Probably would add cost. The detent is exceptionally well. This is an extremely safe blade to carry. It only opens when you pull it out and snag it on your pocket. If you carefully and slowly pull it out, you can, you know, open it with the thumb disc. I won't show how the wave feature works. That's just, you know, been talked to death. Blade centering, outstanding. Still a little space here above the tip. What else? Yeah, the kind of weird thing is that they had to use 3 screws for this, you know, small part of the blade. It would have looked nicer if there was only maybe 1. Pocket clip is 2 positionable, tip up only. This is the right way, of course, and I think that's it. Blade holds up great. It was very slow, and my food is done. The blade holds up great. It's a proven steel. I'm not going to do cut tests per se. Let's just get some note paper here. This is just here at the gluey part. Works like a dream. Pointy tip. Super, super cool knife. This is highly recommended. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Roll Tide, y'all.